Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome to my Money in the Bank 2020 preview and predictions video. It has been a long time, as Led Zeppelin once said. It's been a long time since a rockin' road. I have not made a video for a while, and just due to the fact of my lack of interest in professional wrestling at the moment. We're in the middle of a pandemic. We have the COVID-19 situation going on. Hope you guys are all staying safe and social distancing, as I'm doing here in the great state of Ohio. But we have Money in the Bank coming up. I'm still doing the pay-per-views. I'm still going to be watching them. I figured, hey, I owe it to you guys to put out a video here just so you think I'm, doing okay. And I am. Everything is going well. Hair's getting a little long, but, it is what it is. But, yeah, we have Money in the Bank taking place this Sunday. May 10th, 2020. Mark your calendars. It's not only taking place from the Performance Center, it's taking place in Stamford, Connecticut from WWE Global Headquarters, a building that is 7 stories tall. And on that roof will hang the men's and women's Money in the Bank briefcases in a match that you will never, ever see anything like it again. So, guys, we have a lot to talk about. Let's not waste any time here. Of course, Money in the Bank was originally emanating from Baltimore, Maryland, but if you think we're going to see wrestling in front of crowds again, it's going to be a long, long, long time. So the show got moved, and I'll give WWE credit. I am actually interested in something on the main roster because, let's face it, these shows that they have been putting on, these Raws and Smackdowns, for me, it's unwatchable. I can't waste my time 3 hours on Monday, 2 hours on Tuesday, watching shows from empty buildings, no crowd. I mean, it's just, as CM Punk said, it's unwatchable, at least to me. I need a crowd, I need involvement, and that ain't cutting it with these shows. So that's why I've given up with Raw and SmackDown and NXT. I can't do it. It doesn't work for me. Now, AEW, I'll give them credit. Their shows have been watchable. They've been enjoyable. Some average, some good. This past week's edition of Dynamite, I really enjoyed. I feel like they have the formula down for how to produce these shows during the pandemic. It's not perfect. It won't be the same until we get fans back in the building. But until the meantime, I do applaud AEW for the way they've been able to put these shows on. But we're not here to talk about AEW. We're here to talk about Money in the Bank. And we're going to go through this card here. And as of now, as of today, I'm recording this video on Friday, we have a total of 6 matches. So let's start from the bottom and work our way to the top. We have a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the World Wrestling Entertainment Tag Team Championships on the Smackdown brand. We have 4 teams in this match. We have the New Day, Big E and Kofi Kingston, versus The Miz and John Morrison, versus the Forgotten Sons, and versus the Lucha House Party. Who's going to win this match? Boy, these predictions are really tough considering I have not watched an ounce of the product since WrestleMania 36. Like, I watched Mania, and I haven't watched a thing since. So I'm just, cover my eyes and throw a dart. Big E and Kofi will retain. I don't see them putting the belts back on Miz and Morrison. I mean, they could pull out the win here. I just don't see that happening. Maybe the Forgotten Sons? I don't watch SmackDown. So I'm going to pick the New Day to retain. Why? Because New Day rocks. That's all I got, guys. Next match here. Ugh, this is going to be a barn burner. Bayley, who's to my left. she's that way. There we go. Okay, Bayley's over there. Hi, Bayley. Bayley is going to be defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against everybody's favorite worker, Tamina. Why? Don't ask me. I'm not the one booking SmackDown. I'm not, well, I'm not Bruce Pritchard here. Hey, it's Conrad. Yeah, I don't see Bayley drop. The last thing we need is Tamina as SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm sorry, I've never been a fan of Tamina. I don't care for whatever her character is supposed to be. I don't care for her in-ring work. Just doesn't do it for me. I think Bayley should retain, and you build to a Bayley and Sasha Banks match at SummerSlam, which is supposed to be in Boston, but I highly doubt that will happen. But my pick here is for Bayley to retain. I just don't really see a need for her to drop the strap. To me, it just doesn't make any sense. Could they play up, Sasha Banks costing Bayley by accident the title, and then she wins it back on SmackDown on Friday? Yeah, it's a possibility, but I don't see the need to put the title on Tamina and then just to put it right back on Bayley. So it should be an easy win here for Bayley. We then have our 2 World Championship matches. Let's talk about Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt for the WWE Universal Championship. Apparently this is versus Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt. The Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt, to be exact. It's not The Fiend. So if that's the case, you could have Braun Strowman beat Bray Wyatt. And then have them come back and then do another match with The Fiend versus Braun Strowman. What do you do in this situation? Braun just won the title from Goldberg at WrestleMania 36. Do you take the title off Strowman, put it back on The Fiend? Or Bray Wyatt? Whatever. Do you want to go back down that path? It's like, who's going to beat the guy? And then we're back in the same boat. Unless you want to eventually get to Roman Reigns coming back. We don't know when he'll be back, but you could do Roman Reigns versus The Fiend. I don't know. I'm going out on a limb here because I really don't give a shit about this pay-per-view, let's be honest. I'm just watching because, hey, is there honestly anything else on Sunday night in the middle of this pandemic? No. I'm going to go with Braun Strowman retaining. Why? Because I don't know. That's really the theme for this prediction show. When you're that out of the loop on the WWE product, I mean, I read the results, if I even care to do that. It's just like, okay, whatever. Now, one match on this show that I am most looking forward to, that should be delightful. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Almost got it mixed up there. This should be a good outing. This should be a solid contest. It really should. You got 2 good workers in there. If you like McIntyre, it's a shame this title run is happening at a terrible time. I mean, the Drew can't be in front of the crowds, but be that as it may, I think him and Rollins can go out there and have a hell of a match, even if it is in an empty arena. I don't see Drew dropping the title here. I think that would make no sense whatsoever. You could do a screwy finish if you want to continue this program. It would not surprise me to see this program continue into the next pay-per-view, which I believe is Extreme Rules. I don't even know what the June pay-per-view is. At this point, does it even matter? Yeah, there's nothing next coming up here. I'm just looking real quickly here at the schedule. Yeah, Extreme Rules is supposed to be the next pay-per-view. So be that as it may, maybe they were supposed to do a Saudi show in June. I don't know. The point is, Drew McIntyre should not be losing the championship. He just won it. I don't see him losing it. And I'm predicting that Seth Rollins will fall victim to a Claymore kick. That's my prediction. We then move into the 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches, which will apparently, they're taking place throughout the WWE Headquarters, Stamford, Connecticut, and will be happening simultaneously. So it's the Die Hard edition. You got to get all the way to the top of the building of Stamford, Connecticut. My question is, who's going to fall off the building Hans Gruber style? Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. One of my favorite action movies. If you've never seen Die Hard, stop watching this video and watch Die Hard. It is not only one of the greatest action movies of all time, arguably the best Christmas movie, and I will fight that till they put me in the ground, that Die Hard, you heard me right here. I'm saying that I'm on record, folks. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Merry Christmas to all. Indeed. Indeed. Let's talk about the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella. To me, the obvious pick, and my pick, is Shayna Baszler. She lost to Becky. Alright. She's pissed off. She's full of piss and vinegar. You know, I don't see Carmella winning. Don't see Lacey. Dana Brooke, no. Asuka, I'd love to see Asuka win it, but no, I don't see that. I think it comes down to two people. I think it's going to be either Nia Jax or Shayna Baszler. And I think the money is on Shayna just holding that contract, just being that arrogant, smug, prick character, and be like, you know what? I can cash this in anytime. I mean, it would fit her character for Money in the Bank as a heel. I don't want to see Nia win. I don't want to go there. I'm not a fan of Nia Jax. I just don't care. To me, I'm sticking with my pick here for Shayna Baszler to win Money in the Bank. And let's talk about the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, Baron Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles. So out of all those guys, let's go one by one. Daniel Bryan, he don't need Money in the Bank. He's already won Money in the Bank. You could give him Money in the Bank. I just don't see it happening. Same with Rey Mysterio. Veteran. Doesn't need Money in the Bank. You know? He had his championship opportunity with Brock in November. Great. Been there, done that. King Corbin, no. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be watching, so why am I getting all bent out of shape? Looking here at the rest of the list, I think it comes down to three people. Otis could be the dark horse pick. With the whole Mandy Rose love triangle storyline. It's just been good from what I've heard. I haven't seen any of it because I don't watch Smackdown. I forget it's Friday and it's on tonight. Otis could win it, but I think it comes down to two people. I think it comes down to AJ Styles or Aleister Black. Now, does Aleister Black really need Money in the Bank? Does it really fit his character to be holding that briefcase, walking around with it? It really doesn't. So I think it comes down to either him or AJ Styles, who is back after getting buried alive by the dead man. It's tough. I could flip a coin. My pick to win the 2020 World Wrestling Entertainment Mr. Money in the Bank is, and I wish I had a drum roll, Aleister Black. I'm going out on a limb again, guys. I am picking Aleister Black. So those are my preview and predictions for Money in the Bank 2020. Leave your comments down below for what you think is going to happen at Money in the Bank 2020. Like I said, I will be back up here with my Money in the Bank review. I'll be doing a Double or Nothing review. So at least there's that stuff to look forward to. And maybe sprinkle in some content here. Thinking about doing some retro pay-per-view reviews because I just cannot watch the WWE product right now. For me, it is unwatchable. So that is it for this preview and predictions video, guys. Thank you all for tuning in here to youtube.com/DanielGeyser412. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at DanielGeyser412. Facebook.com/DanielGeyser412. Links can be found down below in the description box. So until my next video, guys, thank you all for watching, and I bid you adieu. See you guys.